Joan of Arc, army leader, martyr, and saint. A dangerous childhood. Joan of Arc, or Jeanne d'Arc in her native French, was born around the year 1412 in Domremy, France. Her parents were poor peasant farmers. Her mother was very religious and passed on to Joan an unshakable faith in God and the saints of the Catholic Church. Joan's father taught Joan to take care of the animals on her family's farm, while her mother taught her to sew, and Joan became an excellent seamstress. But Joan's childhood was short. The area around her home was a dangerous place, as French and English armies fought over who would rule France in what became known as the 100 Years' War. I'm not afraid. I was born to do this. Vive la France, the Maid of Orleans. Visions and victory. When Joan was 13, she began having mystical visions. She believed that the saints were talking to her. Her visions made her believe that she would help the French prince, Charles, known as the Dauphin, claim back his throne from the English invaders. When Joan first approached a local military commander tasked to meet with the Dauphin, she was laughed at and turned away. But the following year, the support of two of the commander's soldiers, she tried again. At this meeting, Joan told the commander that her visions had revealed the Dauphin's army was in trouble near the besieged town of Orleans. Days later, a messenger arrived to confirm the news. The commander was so impressed that he gave Joan a horse and soldiers to travel with her to meet the Dauphin. She cut her hair short and dressed in men's clothes for the journey. But how could a poor peasant girl who couldn't even read or write lead the French army against the English enemy? At first, Dauphin was suspicious, but after his priests tested Joan, they found that she was faithful, humble and honest. So Charles decided to give her a chance. Dressed in a suit of armor and riding a huge white horse, Joan led the Dauphin's army to Orleans, where the French, who had been losing for so long, finally managed to beat the English. Two of Joan's brothers, Jean and Pierre, fought with their sister, who became known as the Maid of Orleans. Thanks to Joan's bravery, the Dauphin was soon crowned King Charles VII. She was the hero of all of France. I would rather die than doing something which know to be a sin, or to be against God's will. Well, she's pretty religious, really. Statue of Joan in Winchester Cathedral, England. But around a year later, Joan was captured and handed over to the English. She was put on trial and accused for many crimes, including dressing like a man and being a witch. Although Charles was angry about Joan's capture, he was unable to save her. Joan was found guilty, and after a year in prison, was burned at the stake. A crowd of 10,000 people came to watch as their hero was put to death. She was 19 years old, shaking the world. 22 years after Joan's death, the war ended and Charles VII kept his crown. He declared that Joan was innocent and called her a martyr. Nearly 500 years later, Joan was made a saint by the Catholic Church and is now the patron saint of France. Her feast day is the 30th of May, the day she died. Although some people have tried to make Joan into a patriotic symbol of France and France alone, her bravery and belief do not belong to just one group of people. She is an example to everyone, from all backgrounds and beliefs, of how the courage of one person can change the world. If I am not, may God put me there, and if I am, may God so keep me. St. John. Bye-bye.